Okie dokie, boys and girls. I just put some chalk on my hands because we are getting started with a pool day. And in today's pool days, it's kind of going to be an accumulation, I guess, of the side mission I have been going on as of late. And with a side mission, I just mean, well, my current goal for pull ups is to get 15 one arm pull ups. But the way I do that is not by, going for 15 one arm pull ups every training, right? Instead, what I do is I take little steps in between, and I call those little steps the side missions. So I break down my goal. I think to myself, well, in order to get 15 reps, I need to get stronger. I need to have a better top end strength, first of all. So let's do some weighted one arm pull ups. And then I think to myself, well, I can do a couple of reps of 5 kilos and then a couple of reps of 6, 7, 8. Today, I'm getting to my side mission of 3 sets of 2 reps with 10 kilos of one arm pull ups, which is way better than what I did a couple of weeks ago, which was 7 kilos for 2 reps on 3 sets, right? And so I just break down the goal I want to reach in smaller parts. And if the smaller parts are too big, I break them down even further. And the further you break down your mini goals, your side missions, so to speak, well, the closer you will get to a single training. So for me, I kind of put into my mind, well, let's aim for those 10 kilos on the one arm pull up. And then, in order to get there, I broke it down even further and I got to, a training of 2 reps, 3 sets with 7 kilos and then 8 kilos and then 9 kilos. Well, you get the point, right? All of these small little steps become a single training. And even your training itself, you can break down into your sets, make the set itself a goal, make the rep, every rep in the set a goal, right? And as long as you do that right, it will become clear basically how you can get to that final goal, because I am not focused on getting to 15 reps immediately. I'm just getting focused on getting to that first step. And once I get there, I will have this new horizon I can basically look from. I will have new experience. I will have new knowledge to basically adjust my training towards that final goal. But anyway, the chalk has dried. So I'm gonna do a warm-up rep and then we can get started with today's training. All right, these are feeling a bit rusty, if I'm completely honest, because as of late I've been doing, well, some push-ups every day, and I'm just, living with a permanent chest pump. But nonetheless, I'm gonna do another warm-up set and then move on to 10 kilos, which hopefully goes up for 3 sets. Let's go. Oh, I'm weak today. What's happening? Especially my left arm. Well, anyway, I've never done multiple one arm pull ups with 10 kilos in one training, so I'm just gonna do the remaining 2 sets as well and see what happens. It's gonna be a PR nonetheless, just less than I expected, which I guess is okay. All right. Okay, so one arm pull ups are definitely becoming more difficult because of the accumulating fatigue from all of the push-ups I've been doing, but yeah, one rep for a couple sets is not enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the weight and do kind of a finisher set, not really, but like a set with more reps with just body weight, one arm pull-ups. I'm gonna try to do a pause at the bottom, perhaps a pause at the top, I don't know, just to feel the movement, do something lighter, and then we can move on to normal pull-ups. The pull-ups feel very weird without any weight on them, but yeah, I think that's a good stimulus. Now let's move on to some basics, some basic chin-ups. However, first I'm gonna rest up a little bit, and while I do that, I might as well do some greasing the groove with the planche, you know. And when it comes to the planche, just as with the pull-ups, but perhaps even more, because of all the push-ups I've been doing, it is starting to become a little bit harder. But you know, even if I become a bit weaker on these planche push-ups or these pull-ups, you know, it's a sacrifice I'm making for the push-ups, and you know, it's better to try to maintain them a little bit, in my opinion, than to just neglect them altogether. So let's do some push-ups first. All right, my backpack had 4 kilos, but this is a bit more comfortable, I think. So I'm gonna do one more sit and then I'll explain what I'm actually doing. All right, so I'm doing 3 sets of chin-ups today. As you can see, they're a bit explosive, so I'm pulling to my chest. And this is just because, well, as I've mentioned a couple of times today, I've been doing a lot of push-ups. And when you do a lot of pushing movements, it's easy to become a little bit hunched like this. And I already sit at a desk for 8 hours a day for my job with not the best posture. I'll admit that much. So by doing these pull-ups, you know, and doing them explosive and high, I can really, you know, retract my shoulders, and it's kind of, you know, a natural compensation, I guess, or it's a good movement to compensate for all of the pushing and hinging I am doing on a daily basis. Perhaps not enough, but better than nothing. So I'm gonna do one more set of this. And then actually, well, we have some push-ups to finish after workout, but that's for after this next set. Let's actually, I'm gonna max out on the next set. You know, do as many reps as possible with my chest to the bar. And even though this is kind of a max out, because I'm putting this, you know, a rule on myself to go chest to bar. It's explosive. So as soon as the explosiveness is done, holy shit, I can't talk. I'm gonna be done with the set, even though I would have more energy to, you know, do normal reps, right? So it's a max out set, but at the same time, it's not really. All right, it's gonna be good. I'll do the push-ups off camera, but for now, very happy with how this workout went. And well, people oftentimes, they want to get progress quickly, but some kind of trick I've been, or kind of mindset I've been trying to have is, well, project the pace you're progressing at the moment a year into the future. So for me, if I can add 1 kilo of weight to my one arm pull up every week for a year, I'd be doing the one arm pull up with 52 kilos or 62 in a year. That's insane. That doesn't happen. That's like the double the world record. So, if I consider that, I might be thinking to myself like, oh, 1 kilo per week, that's not a lot, but it actually is, right? And so, if you think about it that way, then, well, why would you rush your progress? I'm not always good at, keeping myself down and not trying to rush the progress, but this mindset certainly helps. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's workout, and I'll see you tomorrow for a push day.